India sits at a very unique juncture when it comes to being called an emerging market. We've seen this over the years in India as well, the amount of disparity that exists in terms of it having needs as a developing nation, but also the amount of progress that it's continuing to make. The economy is continuing to make. The amount of organizations that India is welcoming to set up infrastructure in the nation, that is definitely in need of a framework that allows for that development to happen with people at the center of it. That's number one. Number two, it's the largest population in the world. We have a lot of people, and we have to make sure that any amount of development that we do from this point on is done with people at the center of that development, and the impact that has with the number of people that are in the region. And to be able to do that in an equitable way is core to our mission.
One of the biggest strengths of WELL has been its efforts in the diversity, equity, and inclusion aspect. A lot of times, a lot of effort is given on aspects such as indoor air quality, lighting, acoustics, and all the technical side of things. But on the social side, there's always been a gap. WELL has addressed it very well in terms of addressing diversity. Even within our own organization, as EN3, where almost 60% of our employees are women, we've been able to actually look at DEI aspects in a much larger way. And we see that resonating with all the clients that we talk with. So when we talk of wellness, one of the biggest drivers we've seen is women within organizations. If you look at sustainability and wellness initiatives, most of the drivers within organization are women. And I think that WELL really resonates in the DEI part very well, and it has helped a lot of women in the workspace become involved with sustainability and wellness initiatives and take the lead.
Post-pandemic, we realized that people's health was there was a great impact on the people's health, and that's where we felt that looking at the external internal stakeholders and their key needs at that particular time when people were suffering. So we felt that having a WELL building which is more aligned with the occupiers' requirement in terms of their wellness. But one of the key factors was that then of course there was a demand from the occupiers as well, where they were looking at the buildings which are more certified in terms of wellness, which are more aligned to the social part being taken care for their employees. Then of course that market demand, and not missing out ESG, we carry a very specific goal on social, and social also covers the customer centricity. And customer centricity means what's the requirement of my external stakeholders and what they are looking at in my assets when they come out to me. So that was a few of the key pointers that for made us to think about how we should direct our program and what we should look at. So that's how we listed for the IWS certifications.
The beauty of WELL is there is no single one solution fits everyone kind of rule. Every project we do is innovative. We've had projects where we've been able to bring in biophilia and indoor plants into the office space and then demonstrate the enhanced air quality by integrating biophilia into the space. We've had projects that have been able to pretty much sensor-driven approach where we actually connect sensors on all aspects and then we actually real-time measure how they are performing on various parameters. We've had projects where they have incorporated what we call as a wellness wall. So this is a wall which actually demonstrates how the building is performing on all the wellness parameters real time. So these are some of the cool ideas, innovations that we've had projects implement. And as we actually work with more clients, we're coming up with new ideas of how we can actually not just implement well, but also showcase well.
We have a formula called as 330, 300. $3 per square feet is the money that you spend towards energy, maintenance, etc. And $30 per square feet is the money that you spend towards rentals. Okay, whereas $300 per square feet is the money that is spent on the salary of the employees. So a small shift in the needle will amplify in a much bigger way. I mean, this is one of the basic aspects, I would say. And there are obviously, we want to really take care of the health and well-being of the employees, and that's a primary thing. And today I am fascinated by with things like filtration, and then I am intrigued by circadian rhythm, those kind of concepts. Circadian rhythm can affect your health. Our own offices are well certified today, and we certify to the highest level possible, which is platinum rating. That means we take care of every minute aspect of the health and well-being. The certification talks about various concepts, so we take care of everything literally. So whether it is air, whether it is lighting, whether it is movement, whether it is or the mind part of it, or whether it is the nutrition that we provide in the office space, everything is at rest.
Air quality is one of the most important factors that we've seen resonate well with people, because I think we're affected by poor indoor air quality all around India. And when we talk of how well can help improve the indoor air quality, people are very excited. And we have live examples of buildings that have poor air quality having implemented various well measures and have then proven through measurement how it has improved their indoor air quality. That's one big area that I think resonates well with people. Another big interesting area has been around food and nourishment. Even though we are designers and engineers and we always think of air and water and lighting concepts, I think that one of the biggest interesting concepts that we've had a lot of discussions around has been food and nourishment. Food is something that's very personal to every individual, and when we talk of food and the kind of food, the quality of food, the serving, the variety of food, and things that they should do and not do from a health and wellness standpoint, it gets immediate traction with every individual that we've had discussion with. And it's a very tough discussion because there's a lot of things, especially in our Indian food palette, that we want to talk and we want to consume. And to look at healthy food options and to look at food from an integral aspect of who we are and what we do within buildings has been a very interesting activity, and it's been a very interesting concept.